Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm brilliant. Yeah, I just thought I'd do these short chats with people before the conference, just so people can get to know the speakers. Really, that sort of thing,
Okay,
and
that's fine.
remind people that the conference, Serious Earth Conference 2024, our 16th year, is on the 7th and 8th of September in the YMCA St Anne's on Sea in Lancashire. I'm really looking forward to it. But before we do, we have just got back from Carnac, haven't we?
We are just back from Karnak. We had a fantastic time.
I
The,
thought it
the
was fun.
sights
Yeah,
were wonderful.
the first time you saw though, you'd seen the amazing alignments there, wasn't it?
It was. They were absolutely astonishing. Awesome.
Yeah, all those different places. So that was fantastic. Great group, great week in France, and it's just absolutely lovely over there.
It was. It was absolutely brilliant.
Uh, but the conferences, this is our 16th year. Well, you've been coming since year one, haven't you?
I have, and they've been good.
What
Always,
was the
always enjoyable.
what was the first talk you did all those years ago? Can you remember?
Oh, well, that first conference that you held up in Windermere.
That was the
Um,
one.
that's right. My first book had just come out, The Rowan Guide to Castle Rig Stone Circle, and did the book launch at that my first one, and I was the last speaker on the first day, and I talked about Castle Rig, and then I took a coach party up to Castle Rig and took them around it. Then on the next day,
Yeah.
on the Sunday, I was the last speaker again on that day, and I talked about Long Meg and her daughters, again another stone circle up in Cumbria, and again I took the coach party to that site and showed them around as well. And what a great day it was.
Yeah, it was great being up in the Lake District doing it then, but we haven't done um, actual meet visits to the sites again on the conference day. It was a bit much to handle, wasn't it?
It was a long day,
But I remember saying, right,
but an enjoyable one.
yeah, so there, Kev, we're going to do these visits, so get on with it.
Yeah.
It's to stay there. You never really forgive me at all. But, great fun, great fun.
Yeah.
Um, so you're an astronomer, basically, are you? That's your big thing.
Yes, I'm an astrologer. I'm secretary of the Northern Lights, the Blackpool-based Northern Lights Astrological Society. I've been secretary of it for about 15 years now, and I give talks on astrology um, all over. Actually, I've in London, Wales, Scotland, England, all over. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you've been an expert astrologer and studying astrology since I've known you, and that's got to be 20 odd years now, hasn't it?
it has. It must be. Yes,
And we've been out and about a few times, and you've been on lots of tours. I think,
I have been on lots. I think I've been about on about 10 altogether.
yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been good, and
and
we're
then
still going.
the tours are always great. I've enjoyed every single one, even when I got
Fantastic.
soaking wet.
In Derbyshire,
Yes.
I remember we were all absolutely soaking, and we were going to go for a Bakewell toilet in Bakewell,
We did.
and you went off and changed your trousers in the
I bought a pair of second-hand jeans in a charity shop because
a
my
charity shop and came back dry.
yeah.
Everybody else was soaking wet through. That was funny. And then we went to the Bullring Henge, and you got
I,
wet again.
I got what indeed I did.
That rain that day, we wouldn't stop, was it? It was just
It
terrible.
didn't. It rained all day. I was wringing my coat out.
Yeah, it was still good though.
It was fun.
What's what sort of I mean, we know you're going to talk about the runes and astrology, but so you've been a rune reader, but what did you specialize in astrology? Was it just doing people's charts or uh,
Yes, my main thing that I do as an astrologer is that I do birth charts, natal charts, where people know their time, date, and place of birth. And if they got an accurate time of birth, I can do their solar return, which shows you what areas of your life you're going to be concentrating on in the year ahead.
Yeah. So
That's the two things that I mostly do.
yeah, and you've been doing it a long time, so you're really good at it. And you're also a rune reader. We once did a video on runes, didn't we, a long time ago? But do you
Yeah,
remember doing it in
yeah.
my garden?
Yes, I remember doing that talk. I originally wrote my book during lockdown. In fact, it goes back a long way. I wrote originally it was a talk, the astrology of the runes that I did in the it would be in the 90s, because I've been reading the runes now for 32 years, and it occurred to me um, that although the Norse people that the runes the culture that the runes come from, the northern tradition and the Teutonic tribes and Germanic tribes of Scandinavia and Northern Europe, um, although they didn't have the Western astrology that we have, they did assign each of the runes to a planet. And if you know what that planet is about astrologically, and you know what the zodiac sign or signs that it rules and what they're about, they go together extremely well with the Western astrology and the runes. They blend together beautifully. And if you're an astrologer and a rune reader, you can put the two together, which is what I've done. And to the best of my knowledge, there's never been another book about it. So I dug my old talk of it out. It was on floppy disk, would you believe? And during lockdown, and I turned it into a book, which I self-published, and then subsequent to that, it's been taken up by a publisher in Glastonbury, and it's now my book Astrology of the Runes is now available on Waterstones, Amazon, WH Smith's, eBay. It's even as what's the electronic version? Kindle. You can get a Kindle
Oh,
version
right,
as
yeah, yeah.
well. So it's available now, and it's also been published in Russia. Would you believe?
Oh, so Mr. Pewter might have a copy.
So you might have, yes.
He'll be deciding whether to, you know, go further with his plans or not. Be reading your book.
Yeah,
Kevin says,
he might be
oh, that's
using
incredible.
using the runes to cast spells to make his successful campaign.
So it's interesting that, really, isn't it? Because you're an astrologer and you're also a rune reader. So it takes those two disciplines, or somebody who's an expert in both disciplines, to be able to feed these two things together, which is what you've done.
Absolutely, that's right. That's what it's, and that's what I'll be talking about at the conference.
Yes, we don't want to give too much away about that, but yeah, of course, that's what you'll be talking about. It's going to be a great weekend. I mean, like I say, you've been to so many conferences over the years, and it's a great crowd, isn't it? It's
They
fun.
are. It's marvelous. You see the same people year in, year out, and you get new people as well. And you got your stalls, which are fantastic. I'll be selling my books at the conference, so I'll be able to sign them if you want to buy a copy of one of my books or four of my books if you like, and I'll happily sign them for you.
Well, that's great because I'll be doing the same. So that's great. That is.
Brilliant.
Um, so I think that's pretty much it. People who know who you are now. Well, a few people probably know you already. I mean, you were the cameraman last year, weren't you? So
I
you were
was I
sat in
was
the
the
middle of everybody
I was the cameraman sat in the middle of everyone recording all the talks, which are all fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
until the wire burnt out that went to the mixer box,
Yep.
and then everything just stopped. So that was
Technical
so.
difficulties, it always happens
They
with us.
always happened, don't they? But we had some good talks recorded, and I always put them up on YouTube. So anyway, we'll do it again this year because you're going to do the camera
Absolutely.
again, aren't you? When you're not
Yes, I
doing the
should
talk.
do the camera game.
So, so
Obviously, I won't be able to film myself, but
yeah,
yeah, the others
I'll do that.
I'll be happy to do. I'll be happy to do it. Yeah, it's always good. There's something for everyone at your conferences. There really is. You know, the wide range of subjects is fantastic.
Yeah, and this year with it being the Da Vinci Code, and so that relates on to Rennes Chateau, which is a big interest of mine. And so I'm really looking forward to it. We've got some great speakers, and I want to get these little talks done with one or two people. So so when they come, they kind of know who you are, and they can invade you and ask you loads of questions. How does that
Yes,
sound?
it's always enjoyable at the conferences that you have that roving microphone that people can ask questions and the speakers can answer them. That's a fantastic system you got there.
Yeah, and you'll be at your table, so if anybody wants to come and chat with you,
Oh yeah, I'll be sitting on my table when I'm not filming, at lunchtime, whatever, and in the breaks, and I'm always happy to chat to people. Always nice to meet new people. Always interesting to hear what they've got to say about things.
absolutely. And I've got some of these leaflets here, which are A5 size.
They're great.
So if anybody out there has a group that they go to and they think they might want some, I've got a whole load of them. So if you email me you can get my email on the website. Tell me how many you need, and an address, and I'll send some to you so you can give them out to your group, so that more people will find out about the whole thing. And I think you got anything else to add, Ken?
No, I don't. I would just like to encourage everybody to come to it. It's a great 2-day conference. The venue's fantastic. There's obviously being St Anne's on Sea, which is a place I know very well, living in Blackpool. In fact, I've been to St Anne's 4 times this week already. But there's wonderful bars and hotels and pubs. There's Weatherspoons. There's the Victoria pub down the road. There's plenty of places to go for lunch. There's plenty of places to stay. So no matter where you are, you can come to the conference and have a great time.
It's a St. Anne's a lovely seaside place,
It's a
isn't it?
lovely seaside place.
It really is.
Excellent. It's got its own train station and it's served by many buses. It's a fantastic place to come.
Yeah, to get
Very peaceful place.
it's very peaceful and all the sea air and everything, and people stay on sometimes, and they can stay in St. Anne's for another few days and just
Yeah,
enjoy the
there's
place.
lots of other things to enjoy. It's got its own cinema pier, beautiful sandy beaches. There's a sand dunes. There's the Ashton Gardens is a lovely park. There's so much to do in St Anne's. It's a great place to come. Very,
You can
very
visit.
much not like Blackpool at all. It's much
No,
quieter,
no, it's
very
totally
peaceful.
different than Blackpool, isn't it? Even said you can visit Blackpool down the road if you want,
Of
but
course, if you
it's
want
the
a bit of a
opposite to Blackpool.
yeah, if you want a bit of a wild time as well,
Mm.
stay on for a couple of days, you go to Blackpool as well.
Yeah, it's a lovely place. So to get here, you head up the main line from London or Glasgow, Edinburgh, or the line from Manchester, and you can go through Preston, and there's just like a single track line goes out to St Anne's from Preston. So I
Yeah,
think you won't have to change there.
there's a train an hour, so
Is
and it's
it?
only a short walk from the station or the square
Yeah,
to
to
the
the
venue.
actual hall. Would it be five
Yeah,
minutes walk, really, hadn't it, down
it
St
is.
Albans Road? Yeah.
And the
So it's
YMCA
gonna,
has facilities as well. You can have your lunch at the YMCA as well.
yeah, they got a cafe there,
They got
so
the
that
cafe.
is
Yeah,
going to be great. So it's at um, so it's Mysterious Earth Conference 2024, our 16th year, at the YMCA in Blackpool, well, in St Anne's Sea, sorry, not Blackpool, and over the weekend of the 7th and 8th of September. Any information is on my website. It's megalithic tours.com, and you can just at the bottom of the conference page, you just put your place, and it is filling up quickly. We've only got now there's 12 weeks to go, so book up quickly, and we both, Kevin and I, hope to see you there.
yeah, that'd be great. You're. Really must encourage you all to come along and have a great time.
Gonna be great. See you there. Bye for now.
Bye. Cheers.